All right. Hello, hello. So, what's up, summoners? King Blair here. Today, we're going to be doing a patch review. Even though it's a smaller patch, there's still quite some cool stuff to talk about, especially some stuff that's going to be coming in the future. That, while we may not be able to play with all this stuff today, we will be able to play with it later on, such as the admin side story. And then for RTA, we got some other stuff. And hey, what's up, Redshirt? Also, I apologize if I have to leave at any point during this stream. I still really wanted to stream today, even though I have a massive stomach bug. So I'll try to put up a screen whenever I have to leave. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time still. Hopefully it's still a good time, and we get to talk about a lot of stuff. One of the biggest ones is Straze is officially out. So Straze is actually out right now, and you can actually play with him. You can actually pull for him. The big thing is actually going to be though that I personally was not able to pull for him. Right? I tried to. I didn't have enough mystics. Hopefully, I do end up pulling him. He is looking like an amazing unit though. Hey, what's up, dudes? But yeah, I did try to go for him, as you see there. I don't have that many. Let's try to do a couple more. I like summoning the 10x's, but maybe you guys know, since you guys are here, we'll get some. We'll get some of that streamer luck maybe with these couple of summons. But he is out. I wish I could have showcased him for you guys. He looks really fun. From what I've seen other people have fun with him, and I'm like, wow, this guy kind of slaps, right? So he looks pretty solid. So that's exciting. So we'll talk about that, but overall, just like a general patch review, and we did not get a single shiny, but that's expected, honestly. But all right, let's get right into it. So let's pull up the patch, right? So they kind of repeated the stream, but there are some cool things, and we have talked about a lot of this stuff. It just hadn't come in. There are some that the more I've gotten to think about some of these changes, the more I'm like, wait a minute, these are actually pretty nice. Right, so there are some really cool updates to this. The other thing that I will talk about is also like the extended maintenance. I know that's something that I wanted to play early this morning. I was like ready to pull for Straze, and it was like extended for another 6 hours. I was like, wait, what? So, I mean, I don't mind it. I know a lot of people were upset. I think they did a really good job giving us their rewards, though. They gave a lot of really good stuff, right? I will take 5-hour maintenance every Wednesday if it means I get a free 5-star every day afterwards, right? There's nothing to complain there. I was very happy with the rewards I get. Ken, yeah, that's one of the ones I need to start working on. But all right, let's kind of look over the patch a little bit. I know we already talked about it in the past, so I'm not going to go too in-depth into each of these. Ken still kind of feels like a pseudo nerf. I am still not like... I can't say because I haven't used them that often, right? I haven't used Ken that much to say, oh yeah, this is definitely bad or this is definitely good. But it still feels weird to me, right? Like, this is definitely really good. This is just really odd. The only time I can kind of see this being nice is if you gave him speed. But what Ken has enough speed to cut right after a Landy, right? But I guess if they're doing G-Perk and Landy, you could potentially cut in and then reveal the Landy. I don't know. It's a little weird that he gets combat readiness. His S1, since you don't give him crit rate, is not going to be doing that much damage. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? And hey, what's up, Deeds? And building SSB, nice. I can showcase SSB later today. I know her banner is still out, and that's one that a lot of people really wanted. Yeah, it sucks that you're forced to build FRES now, because okay, this is really nice because it makes it easier. But this basically is like you cycle out immunity way too fast, right? Granted, there's a lot of strippers in the meta right now, but it just makes it harder, right? For non-FRES Ken to do their job. So it's kind of weird. Still overall a buff. The unit is still definitely stronger. I don't think this will be a big change. I think people will try him out now. Since he got buffed, I think people will want to try him out. So I think a lot of people are going to go and try him out in a lot of different content. But I don't think he's going to make a big splash. Hey, what's up, Nunix? Just because he still has the same counters, he still loses to the same things, right? Landy, he still can't push up after Landy because Landy doesn't, like, this is when it increases combat. Yeah, so it's when you counterattack, right? So, and you still don't do it if, like, you don't activate this effect if you don't get critted either. So, like, if a support hits you, you're not even getting the 25%. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird playstyle. Ken users, I've been using him for a long time. Let me know what you think about him. I mean, he's definitely a better unit. I just don't see him making a big impact at all, right? Operator Sigret. Now, this one hasn't been added to the damage calculator. And I was really sad that this hasn't been added to the damage calculator. I really wanted to see how much damage the new Operator Sigret did. I guess I can try her out because I do own Operator Sigret. So I do have an Operator Sigret. I don't mind tanking on. Let me check that real quick because I'm really curious to see. So this is the Operator Sigret I'm going to be using in regular arena. Just to see how much damage she does. She used to do around like 10, 12k against barrier units. So that's my OP Sig. So 333 attack, 257. Let's just take her to a random arena fight against someone that has like an Aureus. So hopefully in my arena there's an FCC on my thing because I don't want to have to refresh. Okay, there are several FCCs. Perfect. Okay, so we'll try it against... which one should we try it against? Let's try against this one so she can actually kill. So I'm curious about the damage, right? Raw S2 without attack buff, how does it look like? Is it going to kill now, right? That's what I'm really curious about. If it does anything over like... Through an FCC barrier, if this does anything over 10k, it's amazing, right? That's a huge buff. It used to not even do 10k over the FCC barrier. So let me get my operator, because I'm really curious about the damage, right? I am really, really curious on the damage. And let's put an actual functional team. So we should be able to kill the Melissa. That one's like a given. And we'll put that more haste there. Why not? We'll actually just use this team. I just want to see if her S2 will actually kill now. With the build that I have her on. Hopefully I don't get outsped by this Landy. I just realized that this Landy is probably our speed Landy. Okay, he's cuffed. Okay, perfect. Alright, if this does anything over 10k without attack buff, this is actually really insane. What the f... Wait, the damage is so much better. I wish I had recorded before the update how much better the damage is. 11 to almost 12k without attack buff. Huh. And I don't even have a good Operator Sigret. That's really good. That is really good. That can kill Arbiter Vildreds. Right? My Engager Operator Sigret can kill Arbiter Vildreds through barrier. That's nice. That's nice. And they also have Aureus there too. And it had a barrier. So that's really good. That's beautiful. Wow, that is really good. That's really good damage. Wow, now I really want to invest in my Operator Sigret more. I need to give her better gear because she should have easily been able to just dumpster this team. That's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. So this buff, it's just a straight damage increase. But they don't have it here, which is what makes me sad, right? If we look here, they don't have the... Oh, they added it. Okay, so they were just a little late. Maybe I put the wrong unit before. Okay, now I'm curious to see how much damage... Because this is actually very realistic for, like, high-end players. Sorry. Oh, it says it right here. Added speed scaling, lower attack scaling. Okay, so they did take off some of the attack scaling and they added speed scaling to it. Huh. That's interesting. So overall, she probably did get a damage increase, but this makes her slower variant a little bit worse. But this is very doable, and if like, I think this is like very achievable stats like late game. So it's about 19k. That's really good. And this would be like a high-end Operator Sigret with no artifact, right? If we give her like Portrait, I might actually switch mine to Portrait now. Because of this, I might actually switch it to Portrait. Yeah, I might switch it to Portrait so I can actually kill more targets with this. That's amazing. This can actually kill carrots through Aureus. Because let's say carrot, let's say they have an Aureus, right? That doesn't matter. So Aureus is 20. Yeah, this will kill any carrot in the game. Unless she gets a really fat barrier, this will kill almost any carrot in the game. Which is really good. And this is without attack buff. Right, but this is a very high-end, very strong Portrait of the Sabers Operator Sigret. No attack buff, of course. That's great. That's really good. That is really good. That's amazing. Straze, I know, also has ridiculous ratios. I was looking at Straze ratios. Have y'all seen the whatchamacallit? The oh, what was it? The one shots that people are doing? People are just crazy, dude. People are doing some one-shots that I'm just like, what the hell? Like the Banshee one-shot, with 2 units, and then the Asimekant one-shot was like, I watched that and I was like, this unit is disgusting. That's insane. It's an insane unit. He's so, like, even if he's not good for PvP, and that still will remain to be seen if he's good for PvP or not. But I'm pretty sure he will be, right? For Arena, he already is really good, right? So for Arena, he's already solid. And I think he already killed my Arby, yeah. That sucks. But we'll cycle. But for Arena, he's already nuts. That I know. For RTA, it's the one that I'm a little bit more like curious how he'll actually end up performing. Right? Because I think for Arena... No, for Arena, he's good. For RTA, I am curious how he's going to do. I imagine he's going to be an amazing cleave unit, right? With Operator Sigret. Like, FCC against cleave, it's like actually throwing now. You actually can't go onto a... You can't actually use FCC against cleave anymore, realistically. You actually can't, because if you do that, you're probably going to die. Hey, what's up, Ufer? Showcase I saved for PDL or Crawl banner with my RTA MO5 roster sucks. I really hope he's good for RTA. Yeah, Monty, RTA just opened. I wasn't planning to play RTA today, but we can probably do it after the patch notes end. But I just wanted to see the Operator Sigurd damage for myself. It's a lot better. It's like 2,000 damage more than it used to be before for the speed build, which is really nice because there's a little threshold that she used to not be able to kill certain carrots without attack buff. I think she can kill any carrot with attack buff if it's a well-built one. Sean, I wish I got him. I have been spending too much on other gacha games, so I am not going to be able to spend for Straze, sadly. So hopefully I'm able to pull for him, but there's a good chance I won't be. So I can't really showcase him, but we might do some RTA today since it did just open, and we can do some of that. But okay, so Operator Sigret, nice. Let's go back to the update review because there's some really good stuff here. So that's good. That's really good damage. I don't know why she needed it, but that's kind of insane. What other gacha games am I spending on? Oh, man. I spent a little bit on Runeterra. I've gotten really into Alchemy Stars. A lot into My Hero Academia, Strongest Hero. I know people say it's a cash grab, but I have a lot of fun with the game. And those are the 3 gacha games that I've been spending on a lot. And I recently just went on a big trip, so that also was a lot of money. So, and that's where I got my stomach bug, which hopefully I won't have to leave the stream because of it. But okay, as far as the S3, this is also just insane. I don't know why she needed this, but it's really nice because you can legit commit to a full speed DPS. Operator Sigurd is now like an amazing opener because she actually has the damage to one-shot squishies with S2. And she has the S3 to follow up and set up. And it does good damage too with the speed. And you're guaranteed to hit if they have a barrier. She's just a straight barrier like destroyer. Right? This is really, really amazing. It could be next banner, it could be Last Rider Crawl. There very much could be that. Although right now for Straze, he seems to be good for PvE, which I did not expect. And he is pretty good for Arena. And which means if he's good in Arena, it means he'll be good for Guild Wars. So I imagine he'll be good for RTA. But yeah. You drank the water? Yeah, I did. I kind of messed up. So I did drink the water when I was on my trip. Alright, Holiday Yufine. I've heard about some spicy builds that people are thinking of using on Holiday Yufine. I don't know if they will work. The thing about it is Holiday Yufine is getting her banner. And I do have mine, so I kind of do want to try her out later on with a different build. But the build that people are thinking of doing is Sigurd Scythe, Holiday Yufine, or Lifesteal, right? And that may sound a little weird at first, but the idea is that she now has some self-survivability, right? From the passive, right? Because she gets a raw 20% evasion. So she has a little bit more survivability. And her damage, her chance of burning is a little bit higher, right? And recently, there hasn't been that many Last Rider Crawl. Like, Last Rider Crawl right now is not nearly as strong as it used to be, like, a month before, right? So because there's not that many Last Rider Crawls, Holiday Yufine has a chance to come back. But we just got the Seaside rerun, so it's doubtful. But it's spicy, right? There are some spicy builds. I'm excited to see what some people will do with her. She looks fun, like with the Sigurd. That's what Whitey does. I don't know too much what other streamers use, so that's cool to hear that he does the Lifesteal one. But I have heard about it and the Sigurd Scythe one. And it does sound pretty spicy. I mean, she's a cool unit. It's a pretty big burn meta right now, so there is a chance that she could be a pretty spicy pick. in certain situations. But the evasion 20%, that's really awesome. I might want to try her out later on tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow is dedicated to testing all these units, by the way. So tomorrow I do plan to stream a little bit longer and actually try out all these units that got buffed, because I have almost all of them except Emil Ken and like the ones and Sid and Helga, right? But I have these. So this is pretty nice. The S3 soul burn is a lot better now. So it's not bad, right? It's not bad. Violet. This one is probably the one that got the biggest buff and the one that I'm the most excited to actually try out. So first, the S1 now, the S1 now gives a 15% CR push, right? And they moved the focus from dodging here. So he doesn't get focus anymore from dodging. He gets focus from doing the S1. But this is when it's not his turn. He gets a CR push and gets the focus. So now this makes Violet an insane water counter, right? It makes it so like if they're not running Crown and they have a lot of water units, you are going to be destroying them, right? I've been using him a lot against F10 in Arena just for fun and just to see how he works, and it works really well. He is now the best anti-water unit that we have out, right? He is the best counter to water units. Why? Water units cannot hit him now anymore, ever. Right? He does not have a window where you can abuse his no evasion. He will always have 55% evasion. Right? And the S1, this makes it so you don't necessarily need to give him that much speed. Right? I don't know how much speed you will need to give him. That's why I want to try a slower, more tanky Violet build. Kind of like a Robbie. Right? Where he kind of like heals and counterattacks. So very much like a green Robbie is what the way I'm trying to build him right now. And then as far as the S2, it did also get the extra crit damage and crit rates, which means you can actually lower some of the gear requirements as well on the crit rate, and you also get a little bit of nice damage boost from this apple, and you can now finally Molagora his S2. It is actually a viable strategy to mull the S2. Before, if you mull at the S2 on Violet, it used to be like you're actually throwing, right? If you mull at this, but now big brain late game investment. And then of course the S3 doing damage. We talked about this one before. The big one is right here. So this is one that they recently added. This makes me feel like he will actually be a decent defense, like arena defense, Guild Wars defense unit. And it kind of saved the PvE Violet that I know a lot of people still like to use PvE Violet. So what they did now is they made it so his S3, the butterfly cut, uses it when he has 5 or more focus. This essentially makes it so he's never gonna throw away his evasion, right? That used to be a big problem that Violet had. His AI would throw away, like if it didn't have this, the buff would have been meaningless for arena defense and for other, like whenever you auto for PvE, because you would just do S3 and you would lose the evasion. That's not his S3. So that's pretty good. Elena, still pretty cool. Honestly, could have been an EE. I don't think this needed to be a whole buff, but they made it. Sid is still amazing for PvE. Still super good for PvE. Like, amazing for PvE. This just solidified him as a PvE pick and as a niche PvP pick, right? Because I know some people do like to use him for PvP. And then Helga is pretty nice for Water Expedition. So that's pretty much kind of it. The Shepherd of the Hollow, really good for Rylet. Probably now Rylet's best artifact over Moonlight Dreamblade, because you get that extra damage right off the bat, and you get more damage later on, and you still get the 20 evasion. So this maxed out is probably Rylet's best artifact. Doctor's Bag, kind of a niche pick for Elena, but still, it's pretty nice. It's still usable. This, I haven't done my adventure stages, but it's always cool. It's always nice to see story updates. Y'all know I love my stories. So I haven't caught up on the story. I probably will do that tomorrow. Catch up on the story. Just take an easy day to catch up on all the story that we got. The necklace is kind of trash. I don't know why they would think that any of the units that with critical hit damage would need health and effectiveness. So kind of trash. The rest, kind of okay. Straze. Oh man. Straze. The video today will be about whether or not to pull for him and for the other unit, but Straze. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there have been so many videos of people doing hunts with one-shots, right? It's ridiculous how good people are, and I will give credit to the people that actually posted this. So this is the one. I don't know if he's the one that did it first, but I know Deity did a Straze one-shot Asimic hunt, or like very close to one-shot. And when I saw this, I was like, this guy's not even light. He doesn't even get the light buff that Watcher Shuri does. Right? He doesn't get that extra 15%. Look how much... This is almost at full, by the way. And it will almost kill. It will be like 2 health away from killing. Like almost 11,000. Look at that. That's essentially a one-shot. Almost 11,000. Dude, like, are you kidding me? That's insane. Just from the fact that he can do this, I'm just like, what the heck? Then this is Banshee 2-man, right? Oh. Where was it? I think that one was on Reddit. Yeah, I don't know where the Reddit one is, but there's a Reddit one that's a 2-man. Banshee 2-man. I want to find it. Because the Banshee 2-man, I was just like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, a Banshee 2-man is now possible. And it's actually viable. Right? You could farm with it on like hunt event weekends. Also farm for experience for some of the heroes. Right? Let me see if I can find this. Because when I saw this, I was just like, what the f... Let me try to find it. There's been a lot of stuff that people post in the Reddit. I really want to try to find this one for you guys so you guys can see it. If you haven't seen it, it's just insane. It's actually, I don't know why this isn't at the top. Okay, here it is. Found it. Found it. So it's a 2-man. It's just Pavel and Straze. Pavel killed the first wave with the S2. It's really bad quality, but all he has is a target debuff, right? Pavel was able to clear the first wave. Straze? Banshee one-shot. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, how is this... This was just insane to me. This was just insane to me. Yeah, when I saw this, I was like... He doesn't even have the elemental advantage buff. Right? This is just raw damage. Granted, both of these videos were whales that were doing this. I think this was Car6. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was Car6, who's another really big Epic 7 YouTuber. That did this, or someone else. I don't know who it is. I think it might be this person. Stoss, here it is. Yeah, from Car6 stream. Yeah, so it's Car6. Right, he's a Twitch streamer. Go check him out. He does a lot of really cool guides as well for YouTube. He's honestly like really on top of his game. So this, like those two, I was just like, dude, what the? How? So okay, that aside, this was legit just the PvE aspect, right? You can link it, Raise. I don't know if YouTube will automatically delete it, Raise, though. That's a problem. Yes, I do have a white background on my stuff. But yeah, I don't know how he's going to be for for RTA, but for that is amazing, right? So PvE wise, that's insane, right? Yeah, it's Rage set. It's a PvE Straze. So that is pretty insane. It's not realistic for everyone to achieve that, right? Because it is end level gear. Car6 and Deity are both very late game players. Their gear quality is ridiculous. They have some of the best gear quality in this game. So it is unlikely that a regular player will be able to get the same results. But the fact that it's possible is crazy, right? So that's really cool. I don't know how viable it would be for a majority of people, just because of the raw fact that they are very high stats, right? So don't expect your Straze to be able to do this. That's the one thing, that's the warning I want to give you guys. Car6 and Deity, which are the two people that have done this, are both like super, like they're day one players essentially. They have insane gear. They play this game 24/7. So it makes sense, right? He hits Wyvern for 100k, but Wyvern I think has a little bit more health than the other hunts, right? I think Wyvern is the chunkiest of the three bosses, so I don't think he actually one-shots it. But it's the fact that it's possible that makes it cool. right? So I don't know how viable that is, but the fact that it's possible is really cool. For Asimec Hunt, super viable, right? For Asimec Hunt, this is like, even if you don't kill Asimec Hunt on the first burst, Asimec Hunt doesn't punish you for not one-shotting it, so you can actually just do like a slower cleave, like a slower one-shot, quote-unquote one-shot. So for Asimec Hunt, this is definitely viable. For Banshee, you need some insane stats, right? And for Wyvern, it's just better to use Sigret at this point. Yeah, I mean, that's possible, right? But it opens up the gate to have a lot of really good stuff, right? So this is definitely, for Asimec Hunt, it is very viable because Watcher Shuri already needed insane stats for that, but it doesn't matter if you one-shot Asimec Hunt or not because your team should not be dying to the initial retaliation of the boss. You should be able to finish it off with the next one, right? So that's something to remember, right? So that is pretty good. Right, Straze just needs about 36 attack. It's enough to one-shot any tank. Yes. So that's the other part I wanted to show you guys. Man, this unit is just... the damage this unit does is insane, right? So, let's take off Artifact. How can I take that off? No Artifact. All right. So, this is very realistic. This is very achievable, right? 3,500, 250. He has very high base attack, and I think he has some crit damage on his base stats, right? So, without attack buff, right? So, without attack buff, highest 2k, no knight is going to have 2k, right? So, this one's a little bit confusing. It always messed me up how how this one worked. I know there's a way to like, oh. But give me a second. Let me think about this. I know I always mess up something here, and it always like messes me up a little bit. Oh, it's because there's an Aureus, right? So without Aureus, a 3,500, 250 crit damage Straze, right? On a Fallen Cecilia, right? Because she's the highest max health. No attack, right? Is gonna be doing through Aureus 8,800, right? It's nothing crazy, right? But then you add attack buff. And you are killing almost any tank in this game, right? And this is super easy. And this is no artifact, right? So let's say you decide to give him an artifact like Portrait. That's just raw damage increase, by the way. Right? And let's take off the attack buff, right? 3,500, 250. This is very achievable. You're doing 10,000 without attack buff. With attack buff, you're killing anything in the game. Right? Through Aureus, right? You have to realize this is through Aureus. Right? And usually the knight will not have Aureus, right? You're killing any knight in the game, and since usually the knight is not going to have Aureus, this is still doing a ton of damage, right? So, it's pretty crazy damage, if I do say so myself. Because if this guy has an attack buff, he'll kill anything. Even if he doesn't have attack buff, he's still doing a significant chunk of damage, right? So, it's pretty crazy how much damage this guy can honestly do. It's honestly a little bit scary. And then with some high-end builds, some people can actually do something like this with 250 speed. I've seen people do it. And without Aureus, you're almost one-shotting any tank in the game, right? So since the knight will have Aureus, this is still almost going to kill the knight, right? And this is just raw damage. He gets invincibility right after, guaranteed. So it's pretty scary, right? Oh, he doesn't get any more damage, though, right? Because it doesn't matter for the S3. Yeah, for the S3 it doesn't matter. They could have all the defense or anything in the planet, but it's not going to do as much. Of course, this is against a 2,000 knight, and most knights are actually realistically here. So the true damage that you're doing to like a Craw, to a Fallen Cecilia, is this much. Without attack buff. So with speed, you can almost one-shot any tank in this game. And that's just... that's crazy. That is really good. Right? So attack buff, kill anything in the game. Without attack buff, don't kill anything. Because of that, he's actually really, really good for Arena. Right? Because in a case where you can guarantee that he'll get attack buff, you can one-shot the Fallen Cecilia, do damage to the rest of the team, give yourself invincibility. You're going to be killing anything in this game. Right? I still don't think the Bruiser build is viable, though. So there is that. I really don't think that Bruiser build is going to be too viable, right? So sadly, I don't think that Bruiser build is incredibly viable, but for all intents and purposes, Straze does a lot of damage. And that's, for the most part, that's what he's mostly doing. He'll do an S3, he'll do an S2, and then he'll die, right? So as far as Mulagora, you can Mulagora the S2 for damage, but the only one that you really need to Mulagora is the S3. That's like the big one to Mulagora. The S1, if you're using your S1, something went really wrong for the opponent, right? If you're using S1, that means that you did not finish a cleave properly, and your opponent didn't kill Straze off, right? Which should never, almost ever happen. So that's pretty crazy, right? So we'll see how this one looks. As far as the chat, I haven't read it in a little bit. If he has over the 2,300 attack over the unit, yeah. So that's how much it is. That's interesting to see. So that's how much you actually needed to have. But as far as the, yeah, you have a, it is very doable to get a very fast Straze that can almost one-shot a knight from the beginning, right? As far as A. Ravi, she's not doing great right now. I can't remember the last time I used my A. Ravi because of Cleave, right? And Cleave is still strong, right? Cleave is still strong. As far as Straze, for Arena, Guild Wars, and PvE, he looks to be really, really good to me. He looks like he'll be an amazing unit. I think he'll definitely is gonna have some stuff. Yeah, I might try to find some Strazes. I might open a room, and if you guys have a Straze that you want to try out, just let me know, and we can try it out. You can try cleaving, and I'll try tanking up to see what cleaves you guys have, and I can try different anti-cleave strategies to see how they do against it, right? But man, it's just it's a unit that does all damage, but it's nice to know that at worst he looks to be good for PvE and for Arena, and by proxy for Guild Wars. For RTA, that is still to be determined. I imagine he'll be really good for cleave though. It makes so much sense for him to be a cleave staple. But for non-cleave teams, I don't see him making a huge impact. Kind of thing like Operator Sigret, right? If you're a cleave player, Operator Sigret has immense value to you. All my cleave friends are like, I wish I had an Operator Sigret. My non-cleave friends are like, Operator Sigret's alright. It's whatever, right? Fitting FCC still got one shot. He did attack buff though. Yeah, with attack buff, he kills anything. With attack buff, it does not matter what build you have on your Straze. If your Straze has an attack buff, you could have like the most chunky freaking Straze on this planet. And you'll still probably kill. Right? Oh, I only gave him 300. Like with attack buff, look at this. Like no crit damage, all attack, all bulk. You're doing 20,000 damage to a knight. Right? So it's like, with attack buff, Straze kills almost anything in this game. Right? And it's just such high base stats and you can imprint him that I think it's very realistic to get him up to here. Yeah. Yeah, I really like Operator Sigret. You think I'm sleeping? I want to see it. If y'all have a counter Straze build, let me know in the chat right now. I will take it to RTA room right now because I want to see it. I want to see any counter Strazes or cool Straze builds that y'all have. Right? But I could kind of see it if you gave him some insane gear, but his base stats are not the best, right, for tanking. He has very low base stats. And you can get this off of the... And to get these imprints, you need 10 gold transit stones to get this, and it should be in the shop. Once you get Straze, you can get this item, you can imprint him, which makes him a little bit higher attack. Is Broman good? Yes, it's just people don't use Broman anymore because they rather use F10A. Inkmaster. Who can counter Straze team? So Yambin, for your best bet is to outspeed. Your best bet is to outspeed. Against a cleave, Straze, it's to outspeed. You are not tanking cleave anymore, right? You have to cut a cleave team, right? I would say Ace Sid right now. Oh man, I think Ace Sid right now is probably one of the best investments you can make for your account, right? If you have an Ace Sid, you should definitely get an Ace Sid because he's gonna be able to outspeed Strazes and kill Strazes or force a ban from your opponent, right? But all the tools that Cleave has now, I really don't think that you can tank Cleave anymore. Realistically, unless you straight outgear them, I really don't think you can tank Cleave. Right? RGB Sid, I mean, if you outspeed, yeah. Yeah, I mean, A Sid needs speed and attack. But you need to outspeed your opponent or interrupt them with something like Elena or General Purgus. Because Cleave right now, you cannot tank Cleave. You cannot tank a Cleave. there is like almost no way you're taking a cleave because the amount of damage they're gonna be able to do in one turn is ridiculous, right? They're able to put what? Straze, Operator Sigret, if you have FCC, so no FCC because they have Straze and Operator Sigret. They have Flan, they still have Arby, they still have Landy, they still have CDOM, they still have all these different things that can do a lot of stuff. What if Straze and immunity? Wesley, your ace Sid should be able to one-shot any cleave Straze. If your ace Sid is not able to one-shot a cleave Straze, it needs to have a slightly better gear. The only way that you wouldn't be able to do it is if they're tank cleaving you, and at that point you can probably tank them, right? So it's not a sure win, but it's hard to tank a cleave team with how many tools cleave has now. Your best bet against cleave now is to outspeed or to disrupt, which there are a lot of ways to do that, right? Yeah, I don't know if like I just know cleave is gonna be insane. That's all you guys need to know from all of this is that cleave is about to be insane because they just have Straze operators. Like I can just think Polides, Operator Sigret, Straze, Flan, Oxlots, CDOM, Athletica, Cerise, Stene, Landy, right? Like they have so many tools you can legitimately not ban out a cleaver. They are going to cleave you, right? So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting. So Rual, I am excited for the skin. Yeah, FCC does nothing against cleave anymore. If they have all the cleave units. Now for the part that I'm actually really excited about. Alright. So Litica, we'll talk about her tonight. Honestly, she's kind of like a niche unit. There's so much better units than her. She really doesn't do that much, sadly. Right? The skin is out. Oh, yes. Wait, let me see the skin. Let me get that. Oh, yes. The frame that I'll never use because everyone's going to use it. And I don't want to be basic. This is a really nice background. I am really happy with this background. But let's put this on my Ruel. And yes, I'm scuffed in Arena because I have not played Arena in ages. JCS, I definitely think there are tools you can use to counter cleave, and not everyone has all cleave tools. Right? That's another thing you guys have to realize. While you may run into cleave a lot, not everyone's gonna have all the cleaving tools. Especially, of course, when you get higher up in champion. Oh yeah, you're gonna be, you're never like you have to assume that your opponent has every single unit, but they don't always have every single unit. But Polides and Celine look really really strong now. So there are a lot of ways to actually stop cleave and other things like that, but it's gonna be hard. And let me put that skin on Ruel. I'll have to listen to the voice lines when I can actually turn the volume up and can enjoy it. But let's see how it looks. I need to rework my Ruel too. Oh, that's pretty good. That's cute. That's nice. Oh, is that the... Wait, let me see those faces. Because I have a friendship 10, because I used to use her all the time. Right? She used to be one of my favorite units when I first got her. When the meta was a lot slower. Wait, this one doesn't even look sad. This one looks more like shy. This by far is my favorite. The friendship 10 is by far my favorite one. We'll keep it at the... This is worth it. This is worth the skin. This is worth the skin. I do plan to rebuild my Ruel because I love the skin and I can use it with the Stina and have fun. How did I get it? This was RTA. Garfelu. For RTA, it was a ranked season reward. She's not going to be out for like 6 months, most likely. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. MLK doesn't really do much right now. MLK does okay against Operator Sigret, though. There is that. And against Straze, he also does okay. MLK does okay against certain forms of cleave. But not all, right? But he does okay. You're right. Wait, let me think. We just got Faithless Litica after this. Each RTA season is about 3 to 5 months. Because preseason is about a month. So it's about 4 months. So next season, we should be getting... Is it Fallen Cecilia? Stena, Faithless Litica, Fallen Cecilia, and Ruel. Right? That's all we got. Yeah, that's gonna be That's gonna be some time. Arena? Yeah, Arena sucks. I hate Arena. Is Brewster team still viable, Justin? Yes. Justine, if Brewsters are not viable, your boy's not gonna be viable, right? So Brewsters should be viable. They definitely should be viable. There's definitely a lot of ways to counter cleave. I mean, Elena just got a massive buff. She's probably gonna be one of the best anti-cleave options because against Cerise, I have this high offers against Cerise in particular. So Cerise can potentially not hit me. I do this S2 and I cut any cleave thing that they could possibly have. And then they do no damage to me. Right? So that's really, really fun. That's a really good counter. Soline's still around. Polides is just as good. Sage Ball. General Purgus does okay against some cleaves. Baiting the Straze potentially with something like a Senya, right? That she does have pretty high attack. You can actually bait the Straze onto her. So that way he doesn't do as much damage on her, right? So that might be some tech that we may see if Straze becomes too popular. Outspeeding with a Sid is still viable, and you can fit that into a lot of different ways, right? So, but overall, I mean, Ken is okay. I think Ken might see a little bit more play if Cleave gets too big. But yeah, the skin, that's nice. I like the skin a lot. All right, this one we already knew him. Big congratulations. This tournament was insane. Oh man. All right. When I saw this, I instantly my excitement for the game, I was legit just like instantly happy. I was legit like, wait a minute. We finally get a new rank. And we get the Emperor rank. Holy moly, dude. We finally have a different rank in RTA. Now, I still don't think this this is like quote unquote enough to like really finish off RTA. I still think RTA needs some form of rewards, right? And it can be capped, like maybe 10, 15 charms a week if you do RTA or something small, right? Something that's like just doing RTA like energy, like that daily energy they did. I thought that was really good. Doing that daily energy would be really cool. Like just something, right? Or weekly rewards, right? Something. And then our RTA is perfect. I don't think RTA would ever need anything different if they added some form of like reward. But this is a step in the right direction. Emperor Rick, y'all. Oh my god, we're back. I know this past RTA season, I wasn't streaming a lot of RTA. My love for the game, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit waning because I didn't see the point of climbing. But now that we have this rank, oh yeah, 100% I am climbing to Emperor rank and streaming my way up to Emperor rank. So if you like RTA and you originally started watching me because you liked watching me play RTA, well, we're going back. We're out of retirement. We are getting this rank. I refuse to not be Emperor rank, right? As far as the actual cutoff, they made it top 1,000 players. So if you never try to push for Legend and you don't know how this works, and you're someone that's in Champion and wants to go up, this doesn't mean that if you hit 2,200, you make the rank, right? You have to also fall within this range. Normally, talking about last season, they finished at about 4,000 points or so, a little bit higher for Legend, which means that top 1,000 was roughly around 35,000 points, right? So roughly around 35,000 points to be able to get this. That is a lot of grinding. It was like 4,130, yeah. So about 3,500, but it might go up, right? What I really like, I know some people were complaining that this is too tight. It's probably around 3,500, right? 3,500. What's really cool though, I like that they made it a pretty big back, and it's back up, by the way. RTA is back. RTA is back up. If you guys didn't know, RTA is officially back up. You can actually play RTA right now if you were missing some RTA and want to try some units. It is officially back up. I will be back tomorrow to try the buffs. I don't want to stay up super late today, but I do want to try if anyone has Straze, right? So if anyone has Straze, let me know. But okay. Yeah, this is awesome. I think they did a really good job by making it 1,000 because what I think this does psychologically, there's a lot of champion level players, right? And because there's so many champion level players that want to prove themselves, the fact that they've made this achievable, it's top 1,000 over top 300, or something smaller. Makes it so more people will want to try to climb for it, which means that we're getting more RTA players, which means we get more people into it. So that's really exciting. That's really cool. I'm excited. They finally added something competitive. So that's cool. To answer the question of chat, JCS, you're probably going through mid-game crises right now. A lot of people go through mid-game crisis. A lot of people that are mid-game when resources are really low. Like, there comes a point, I think it's like within the first, like after the first 3 months, when like the honeymoon phase of Epic 7 is over and the real grind starts, a lot of people feel like they're very behind in the game and they can never catch up. What I can tell you is I know more than one player that within 6 months has made it into Champion RTA and has made it into Champion Arena, right? I know more than one player that in less than a year has made Legend, right? And I know and it's very achievable to make Champion in all aspects of PvP within a year, right? Within a year. So, yeah, the grind sucks, but for the most part, I rarely grind the game anymore, right? Because late game is the funnest part of the game. Mid game, I will have to admit, mid game is arguably the most toxic part of playing this game, right? It sucks, right? Mid game sucks. So JCS, I know how you feel. We've all been there. A lot of people can tell you they've been there as well. But I guarantee you, you should be able to make it at least to Masters, right? Which honestly, for all intents and purposes, you can get very far in this game. But just what your goal is, right? If you're trying to make it to Legend and you're not spending, you're never going to make it, right? So, yeah. Anyone with Straze or... yeah, I'll ask in a little bit, Monty, so people can try it. Yeah, late game is really fun. Early game's fun. Mid game sucks. Mid game sucks. That's all I gotta tell you. Mid game sucks, right? Yemen, this season, I believe you can do it this coming season. If you can't make it this coming season, I'm gonna be very sad. And I think you can do it. I really think you can do it. I don't think it's too hard. And I think there's a lot of units you can use and play around with that can get you to higher ranks, right? At the end of the day, it's having the right gear on the right units, right? So... there's always that. JCS, again, I don't know how long you've been playing, but it's going to feel that way, right? Mid-game sucks. Mid-game, you can't participate in RTA too well. They keep resetting me back to 2000. Oh, for Arena? Arena resets every week. What I suggest you do is play consistently and build up your units, especially RB. Once you get a good... if it's Arena that you're worried about, JCS, there's a lot of ways to climb out of Arena. Once you build a decent cleave, you'll be out of Arena like this. Hey, I appreciate... I'm glad, Dakura, that the Discord helped you out. I was not there yesterday, but I know a lot of people were because it was the final push. And I know we had a couple Legend people on the Discord actually make it. So that's really cool. So that's exciting. But yes, again, going back to the talk. That's probably a video I should make, is the mid-game. Mid-game sucks. Mid-game really sucks. Once you're out past the other one. And yes, Violet feels really good. Violet looks really, really good. But okay. So, Emperor rank, massive step in the right direction. Smoggy, just add some rewards and we're good. I will not ask anything ever again from you guys for RTA if you add some rewards that are actually like nice, right? And I will never complain again about RTA. But okay, the other thing that they added, and this was kind of more impactful than you guys may think, is the effectiveness change. This one is huge because effectiveness going down. I don't know why they hate control so much. I really don't know why they like to shaft control. I don't know why they hate my playstyle. That's the only playstyle I really enjoy to play is control, and they keep shafting us. So if you guys didn't know, they are reverting some of the changes for effectiveness, and Frenzy in RTA is for effectiveness is slower now, and it doesn't go up as high. This makes it so control, like slow bruiser control, which is my playstyle. I am a control bruiser player. I'm a player that doesn't win turn 1 and waits for this to kick in, and then I control the enemy team and apply some burns. So for bruiser control, this really hurts, right? So it's a big shaft to my type of players, like myself, that like to play bruiser control, that like to play with A Tywin. This is a huge nerf to A Tywin. It's a huge nerf to Ravi. It's a huge nerf to... not a huge nerf, but it is a nerf to Carrot. This is pretty significant for Carrot, by the way. Carrot is not going to feel as oppressive anymore for tank teams, right? So Carrot is not going to be as oppressive anymore for this. This one's going to be a pretty big hit for Carrot. It's overall going to slow down the meta, except unless you're cleaving. Because control is usually a really good counter towards tank teams and towards Bruiser teams. So the fact that you lose the scaling effectiveness really hurts those units. It really hurts T-Surin. It really hits Surge Ball. It really hurts. Who else does it hit? It hits basically, it hits my Aura because I use my Aura on counter. Granted, I already gave her some effectiveness. It hurts Cerise quite a bit. So this hurts Cerise as well. This buffs Maid. Right? Maid is insane again. Ruel is now basically immune again to debuffs if you have a really good Ruel. Because Ruels are able to hit 200 FRES. They're basically immune to debuffs as well unless they're dedicated. Right? So Maid is insane now because Maid gives AoE FRES. This buffs MLK. Right? This buffs MLK. So most Soul Weavers got a massive buff from this. Craw, to an extent, got a buff from this because it's harder to control Craw. Fawn Cecilia is not going to be able to control Craw as easily anymore because you have to wait till Frenzy 4, and by this point, Craw already horsed, right? So as long as your Craw is like 120 FRES, FCC is never going to hit you. So this is a very big buff to FRES Knights. It's a very big buff to Maid Chloe, to Soul Weavers, and it's a pretty big deal, right? The only thing that this does not nerf, which is what I think they wanted to do with this change, this doesn't touch dedicated openers. So F10 is untouched by this, right? Cleave, untouched by this. Cleave is chilling. Cleave is absolutely chilling still, because Cleave didn't care about this, right? Cleave is still chilling. They didn't need the effectiveness. It never ranked up to a point where it mattered. F10 is already a turn 1 unit, right? If you didn't win from the first F10 S3, you're probably going to lose anyway. So F10 is still strong. Cleave is still strong. Broman, any opener that has high effectiveness is still okay, right? Cerise should be okay now. The thing about it is people were dropping effectiveness on their Cerises. Fakine Clary, not as great if you don't give her effectiveness anymore. Do I think they want faster matches? I think so. I think so overall that they want this is slow matches though, because this hurts control. So it will make tank teams a lot more annoying to do stuff. Blue says, oh man, I feel JCS, A-Tywin is still a really solid unit for other things. A-Tywin is still really solid for other things, but A-Tywin just went down the list. Let me pull up my my handy dandy tier list that I have up here. So I think this might actually push Carrot down, and this will actually probably push Maid here. Because Maid now is going to be pretty insane. Oh, granted, Cleave is pretty strong, though. Cleave is very, very strong still. Basar doesn't care about the change. She doesn't care. They don't care. Craw's a lot stronger now. Arby doesn't care. She doesn't care. They don't... She kind of cares against the Craw. Because she used to be a pretty good matchup against Craw, right? Because she's usually faster than Craw and can actually provoke down a Craw. Cerise doesn't get as much effectiveness anymore late game. Unless she's cleaving. She doesn't care. F. Chloe kind of cares a little bit. So you may have to put a little bit of effectiveness on your Falconer Clearies. Mine already does, but I know not everyone does. But she always has access to Soulburn just to ignore, so it's not that big of a deal. Seaside cares quite a bit actually, because late game it's kind of tough. Speed for May Chloe, Scion. You want her to cycle as fast as possible. Female Arby, that would be interesting, Blazing. But yeah, A-Tywin, man, they keep shafting my guy. He's still here. I still think he's strong. Same with Sage Ball. I still think they're strong. They just might have to switch their builds. I don't think Bruiser A-Tywin is viable anymore. Which sucks for me because that's what I have, right? I don't think this is viable anymore. I need to switch back to effectiveness A-Tywin. Filtrana. Arby does deserve a skin though. But can you imagine... hear me out. This is why I think Smogate hasn't... given Arbiter Vildred a skin. The reason why I don't think they've given Arbiter Vildred a skin is because Arbiter Vildred, whatchamacallit, is because imagine changing his quotes. Imagine changing the quotes of Arbiter Vildred, right? Imagine him not saying Descending Blade. when he drops that fat S3. Imagine him not saying, do you hear the approaching ruin, right? There's no way. There's no way they're going to do that to him, right? There's no way. There's no way they would change his voice lines, right? So that's why I feel they're going to keep him. That's why they don't want to release one. Does Korea know our memes? I am sure they do. It's so iconic. You know how many people wouldn't use the Arbiter Villager skin because of their quotes? That's why I think they don't want to give him. Same line but female, that I could see, right? That technically counts as different, and they could change like the S1 voice lines and just keep the same S3 voice lines. But I don't know if they're gonna do that. That'd be kind of wild. But okay, as far as a Tywin, I don't think this build is viable anymore. To be completely honest with y'all, I don't think this is viable anymore unless you're Bruce or Cleaving. This used to be the preferred build for a Tywin. I think he needs to go back to an effectiveness build, right? So I really don't think this is viable anymore. I will have to switch my a Tywin. I might do that this weekend and give this set. Who the hell do I give this set to? It's a really good set. I don't know who this can go on though. But I don't think this is viable anymore, sadly. He needs effectiveness now. Because without F-Res, it's not going to be viable. And I might switch him back to Adamant Shield. Just because I want him to land stuns. This is the strongest part of his kit is the stuns. And the damage is nice and all, but it's tough. So, effectiveness a Tywin I still think will be good. But I think his booster build is gone. I don't think you can play booster a Tywin anymore, realistically. There's too many ER threats. There's too many different stuff that you need the effectiveness. So that kind of sucks, right? I'm not a fan of this, personally. And a lot of people are. If you're a tank player, you should be pretty happy. If you're a bruiser player, it's still a pretty good change for you. If you're a control bruiser player, you're in shambles right now. Because this makes your gear requirements harder. If you have F-Res gear, this is pretty good, right? For long-term fights, right? For Cleave doesn't care. Cleave is still going to cleave you, right? You still lose turn 1. F10, it doesn't care. F10 it still kills you turn 1. But this makes F-Res actually really good for RTA again, not just a early thing. But this is nice later down the line. Since 100 is still going to hit on a majority of things. But things like Espal Cecilia will never be able to land on a bruiser anymore, right? Alright, the next change, this quality of life change needed to happen earlier. I knew this would happen eventually. I was just wondering when. JCS, that's actually a video I have planned for Sunday. That's actually, not Sunday. I think I was going to do it for Monday. I need to write some videos down video ideas because I forgot I wanted to do some stuff. One of them is getting through the mid game. What was the other one? Man, what was it? I had such a good idea. I forgot what it was. It was something, it was going to be a good video idea that I just thought about that I was like, man, that'd be really good. I should talk about that. But this is super nice. This should have happened a long time ago. Essentially, you can now change these. You get modification cores. It's the same thing as gear. It's very, I have a ton of these that I can just sell that I'm never going to use. So it's pretty nice. And you can get 2 a month, I think. Twice a month for each set. Yeah, which is really good. This is really good. I still don't know why they didn't do this earlier, but they finally did it. This essentially is enough to get you for all you need, right? This is gonna bump up a little bit of the gear requirements on units because people are gonna have better gear now because of this change, right? Like for example, my Akali, which by the way I might be getting stripped because it's not her meta, right? It is sadly not my Akali's meta with the particular build I have her on. But for example, my Akali, right? Pretty good Akali, right? I'm pretty happy with it, but she's still missing like 9% here. That could be crit damage. I can easily get that subbed out. This one I have nothing else to sub out for. And I can easily get this subbed out. And then I can go here to my RB. Same thing, right? So my units are getting slightly buffed. And so will many people's, right? Because they're like, I think there's one that has effectiveness. I think my RB might be complete. Yeah, I think my RB is actually complete. For now, until I get better gear. Yeah, my RB is actually fine. But yeah, I get the idea. People are going to have slightly better units. That's all I wanted to say from this. It's amazing though. This is amazing, right? It should always been there. Faith is Lytic has added. I think the next one's gonna be Fallen Cecilia, and then we'll get Ruel. So it's still in a while. I have no idea what this one is. I have no idea what these are. Oh, that's cool that they made it clear. Alright, this one is going to be really cool. I haven't watched the video, but essentially it's like what World Boss should have been, right? Straze, so far I haven't seen him in RTA. That's what we're going to do next in a second. But as far as the Ivan side story, we'll talk more about it when it actually comes out next week fully. But what it looks like is we're gonna have to have 3 different teams to actually clear it, right? So going to it, you can actually see it right now. If you want to start prepping for it, if you think you can start prepping for it, it's actually here. So you can kind of see the skills. There's a shop. You can get Moonlight Summon, which is really cool. Let me actually pull up the stream where they show it. But essentially, you have this boss that oh my god, I hate reading the boss's skills. I'm in a spell, decrease the amount of focus and fire spinning able them. I actually hate reading boss's skill. This is actually my least favorite part. This is why I hate Abyss. Because Abyss forces me to read. I don't want to have to read. Right? But I know I need to. Oh, man. Huh. Interesting. This boss sounds kind of toxic. But essentially, there are faces for every boss. Sorry, I was reading this. There's faces for every boss, which requires you to have 3 teams. I hate reading boss mechanics because there's no reason to it. I'd rather just play it and feel it myself and then be like, what the hell? Why did I lose? And then have to go back and actually do it. So that's cool. That's coming. The shop is really cool though. What you can actually get from this is really good. I think it's really, really worth it to actually do. And I will definitely need to do this. So let me go to the main Epic 7 page and actually get the stream. The stream was very short. They kind of talked about it, but I haven't sat through it. I haven't sat through a stream because we can't do it yet, so there's no point for me to worry about it yet. But essentially, all you guys need to know is you're going to need 3 different teams. Let me show you guys so you guys get an idea. There's going to be a typical boss fight, right? Where you have a team of 3 units. I wonder if this is why they buffed Helga. I do wonder if this is why they buffed Helga was because of this boss. Because it is a water boss, right? And you do get bonus for having certain things. But I think let me get my mouse. So there's 3 faces. As you can see, there's 3 different teams. We keep going through the boss. Where did they show the shop? I know they showed the shop somewhere. Where was it? Oh, right there. Okay. So this is the shop. Right? So essentially, this boss will drop materials. You can get cuff bookmarks. And I believe it resets on the month or something. But you get modification gems, you get penguins, you get all that good stuff. And then you also have a chance to get white snake fans that give you specific summons for the elements. So we do get the light connection. So you do get, and this is the 3 to 5 star. This is essentially 4 moonlight summons, right? This is essentially 3 moonlight summons. So this is really cool, and you have a chance to pull an MO 5 star. It's guaranteed to be a 5 star. JCS, it'll take you a while to actually get a good team. So that's cool. This is really cool. I hope you're able to get all of this. It should be more, because this is not the 5-star one, right? Because that's not the 4 to 5-star one. I don't know. Oh, I see what y'all are saying. Y'all think that it's not even 1? Y'all think they would do that? I guess when you do get them, it does say 5. Wow, so they're really going to make us wait like over a month. Never mind. Yeah, it's actually legit just going to be 1. It's actually just going to be 1. It's a slightly better Moonlight Summon that we get every once in a while. I wonder when they're going to give... This one they said they're going to give it for rewards for the new Guild War content that we're getting. It's 4. So, and it doesn't say X5. But when you buy Covenants, does it say 5? Now I'm curious. I've never thought about this. When you buy Covenants, does it say 5 bookmarks? It does say 5 Covenant bookmarks. So that means it's not even a full MO summon. I don't know how often it resets though. Huh. I thought they were... I was like, wow, that's insane if it's over 1 a month. That's crazy. So yeah, that's not even 1. Why would they do 4? 1 from achievements? Okay, so it is 1. Okay. Interesting. That's fine then. Okay, so they give you 1 from the achievements. They give you 1 in reputation. Okay. But I wonder how... Will it reset? Because reputation doesn't always reset. But that's alright. I mean, they can't give us everything for free. That's understandable. But yeah, that one is it'll be fun. It'll be something to do, right? It's more content. Can't complain about it not being more content. Granted, apparently it's gonna be part of the reputation quests. So hopefully it's something that it does happen. But you will have higher odds, right? So I forgot what the... Yeah. So this is really cool because you have a higher chance. So it is a full summon, okay. And it's per month. That's something I should have checked before this stream. I'll be honest with you, I didn't read too much into that. But this is cool because you have the highest chance to actually pull an MO hero. Since it is a 5% chance to get an MO5. Or a 35% chance. So you have almost a 50-50. And yes, Ferris, thank you so much. It did go pretty well. So happy to be back though. Hopefully I get better though. But yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you have good odds. You have a little bit less than 1 every other. So every other you should be getting a 4 or 5 star. Right? So, and the light one, honestly from this one, the one I really want from this is El Craw or Maid. Those are the 2 that I really would like from this one. I wouldn't mind Solitaria though. She looks fun to play with. So, not bad. I mean, more content is more content. I have not rolled for FGO before, thankfully. But I've played my fair share of gachas. And Summoner's War is not great. But that gives you the best odds, right? You have the best odds to actually do that. But that's it as far as updates. I am going to open up a lobby in RTA. If any of you guys have Straze, I did, but I was not able to pull him, sadly. But if any of you guys has a Straze and wants to try it out against me, or against anyone else that has it, I'll open the room. So let me get it here. And y'all should know by now what my favorite password to do with this is. So if you have a Straze you want to try out, or if anyone has a Straze they want to try out, I'll be more than happy to oblige. So the password is testing, and the password is this. It's 1112. 1112. So just come in, hop on, I'll put you up, we'll fight. Let me know if you want me to draft a certain way. Broman's fun. I do want to build them one day, but it's just on a very long list of units to do. How Speed Operator Sigret's damages R1 Sing. It looks pretty good. If you want to play with the ratios yourself, you can go to Epic 7 damage calculator, not this one. So if you look up on Google, Epic 7 damage calculator, you can actually play around with Operator Sigret's numbers, right? So you can kind of see, oh, if I have Portrait on, how good can I make her? Let's say 3K. How much speed does she have? Can I bump it up? right? What if she's like max speed? And the scaling is like pretty decent. And it's pretty nice, right? You can play around with it. You can see, oh, she have increased speed for some reason. Maybe like Landy, right? So it's cool, right? Pretty cool. And Healer, do you have him on speed or not? For your Violet. Because I might ask a Turtle Violet. Alright. I think Oppa has it. So I think he has it. I think. But yeah, if y'all want a certain way to draft, let me know. Oh, he does not. Does he have it? Cedrix? Okay, you can join. Password is 1112. Okay. Does he want me to? I can draft without assuming you don't have Straze. I'll go with my usual band, which is Made. Unless you're using Bruiser. Okay. Okay. So I'll draft regularly, and then I'll draft like just to see some stuff. And I'll try some of the new units as well. I'm gonna try to draft regularly. So if I was going to, I'm assuming they don't have anything. So I would ban Man, right? That's what I would ban, right? And I would first pick Carrot. Right? Because I'm a filthy Carrot player. So unless he has a Bruiser Straze, right? If he has a Bruiser Straze, I won't pick Carrot because Carrot's kind of broken. Unless he bans Carrot, of course, and I can't play Carrot, which is pretty normal to do. So he bans Bazaar. I'm going to pick Carrot because I'm a dirty Carrot abuser. So we'll pick Carrot, first pick. And then we'll see. And I'll just pick my standard draft. I play Bruiser with a pivot into aggro, right? But yeah, I have my Violet with like no speed right now. I don't know if it's the optimal build or not, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you have him too slow, he doesn't do anything. Oh, I think you have a Bruiser Straze. Okay. Let's try one of those filthy meta drafts that people do. Iseria Straze. I'm excited to see what you're actually gonna come up with. I'm gonna try to draft like a very meta sheet. And right here I would probably put Landy. Alright. Sounds like a good play to make. Right? You can join the room if you don't have them. I mean, I'm gonna try to let people that have Straze play first because I want to see him in action with different playstyles. Right? Alright, so he's got the God Killer. Ooh, he still has Awakened it, but I'm still excited to see the damage. And the team that he has with Iseria seems pretty interesting too. Yes, Carrot is broken regardless of how many Molagora she has on her. Ooh, Cowrick. So here, I would notice that he's going pretty aggro on me. I am pretty sure my Falconeer Clury outspeeds you though. But just in case she doesn't, we'll pick Falconeer Clury. And right now, I kind of want to try my Violet and see if I want to... That's a lot of Earth though. That's fine. You don't have access to Carrot. Should be fun. So we'll try Violet out. I don't know how good he'll be, but he should be fun. Not Molas. I don't have Catalyst. Alright, so he has it right there. So against this team, I want to let him keep the combo. I'm honestly the most worried about him. Or about her. Without her, he has the Cowrick though, right? So we'll ban the Cowrick so he can't reset our Carrot. So we're guaranteed a Carrot S3. And he should ban the F Clury. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't ban the F Clury. I have no idea how we're killing this Robbie, by the way. I guess we have Crown. Or do we? So let's see. I imagine you have your Iseria on the artifact. I'm pretty sure I outspeed you though, because you have no speed thread. So right here, I could just straight up win the fight and just go on here. I will assume you have a Guiding Light, because I want to see how the combo works. But right here, just because I have a really fast Falconeer Clury, I normally would be going for the Straze or something of that nature. but instead I'm gonna go for the Robbie because I want to see your combo. Ideally, like, of course, that's how I would have drafted in a normal draft. Granted, I probably wouldn't have picked the Violet there. And by the way, my Landy is not on Guiding Light because I'm scuffed. My Landy's not fast. My Landy's actually very slow. She's a very slow Landy, which means it's a very slow Asteria. I imagine he's just trying out this combo because it looks fun. So I will let him have the combo, right? I will let him have this combo just because I want to see how it works. But it's not set up properly because your Asteria is faster than your Straze. It should be the other way around. She should be going after the Straze. Right? So it's a little bit backwards there. And no attack buff, right? Does this kill my Crawl? It should kill Crawl because of Aureus, right? Wait, what's the stats on your thing? Now I want to know the stats. I was not expecting that much damage. That's not even max one. That's without attack buff. Oh, okay. 4.2k attack? Okay. Well. Well, dang. Alright, I'm actually going to do the S1 here on this Robbie. But I just wanted to see the damage. I was curious on the damage. I did not expect it to do as much as it did. Oh, you cleansed the defense break. Of course, I could have done the Falconeer Clary to speed interrupt, which is probably the best way to deal with Bruce or Straze. Right? Oh, of course, of course. I just wanted to let him keep the combo. Right? I didn't want to take away the combo because I wanted to see it. You need to speed turn your units better, though. Because your Asteria is, like, right here, I can probably kill your Straze. Right? You have to provoke my Falconeer Clary and hope that she doesn't lap my Violet. Let's try attack breaking. Just so he doesn't get as much damage this time. I should do the bird, the S3 here. And I actually have a... now I want to see how good my Violet can do. So now we're actually going to go in the Straze because I don't want him to kill my Falconeer Clary just quite yet. And I want to see how good... oh, that's a really cool S1 animation, actually. But I want to see how good my Violet can do, right? In this situation. And you have to try to provoke the Violet here. Nice, nice. We got a little S1 counterattack. Oof, that's a hard-hitting Robbie, though. Alright, let's start going on your Asteria as well, because she'll probably kill me later on. It's really good damage on this Straze. I'm sure that skill is not Molagord out. This should actually kill, by the way, because I have attack buff. Pretty tanky, though. I don't think my Violet can pull this through, but I just want to see him try, right? And I think you kill my Falconeer Clary here, or maybe not. Yeah, you do. Alright. Let's see it. I want to see how good the Violet does. I'm a pretty chunky Violet, so this might actually take a while. He does have the target debuff, which sucks, right? Because with the target debuff, he has a higher chance to hit me. So Song of Stars will actually be able to hit me here. So if this hits, we're screwed. If this doesn't hit, we can win. Okay, so this does hit. Can we resist? We did resist the decreased defense, which is actually what we needed. So that's huge. I don't think we can pull out of this one, though. Not with the target debuff, no. If I'd killed Iseria, maybe. Yeah, that target debuff killed me. That target debuff killed me. I don't think I like the slow Violet, though. Yeah, he gets to cycle me now. Yeah, this destroyed me. Because the Ravi only has a 30% chance to miss. So she has to miss, and she did not miss. Okay. Yeah, with this here, it kind of messed me up. I think he could have done it though. Against Ravi in this, I think he actually could have won it. Low key. But okay. That was interesting. I do have him tanky. I have him very tanky. It's still lifesteal. It's still tanky, but I think he kind of still needs the speed. Just from feeling it. But I just wanted to see if it could do it. Alright. It's a cool combo in theory. The 1.2k defense. Okay, so it's decently chunky, right? The only thing, as you saw, Cedric's, is you have to be really careful of... You have to be really careful of the of F-Clurian units like that, right? Because right there, even though that's why I don't know if I like Booster Straze, because it's like I could have easily just opened with fucking Cluri S3 and you lose Straze, right? And I keep crawl and then I just automatically win from there. So that's why it's interesting. The speed tuning was a little off though. Speed tuning is a little bit off, but just watch out for those speed threats, which is like that's why I Booster Straze doesn't scare me too much, honestly. Alright, and he actually ended up banning my Fucking Clear, which is a pretty smart strategy, right? So my Fucking Clear does have 90% effectiveness though. But that was good damage on it, Cedric's. I like the damage. I'm glad I got to watch it though. I'm glad I got to watch the strats you had. Alright. I don't know if you would normally pick Straze this early. But the thing is, it's pretty smart. If you have a cleave, I have nothing I can do. Because if I pick Basarm and I try to speed contest him, right? Which is what I want to do. He could pivot to a cleave right here and then I'm screwed, right? So, I don't know if this is how early you should be picking Straze. But let's say I pick Basar here. I'm going to pick Basar because I want to try to push you, right? If this is actually what you wanted to do. If you pivot into a cleave though, I am so screwed, right? If you pivot into a cleave, I just lose, right? Because right here with this Straze, if you, I can't do anything, right? I cleave pivot and I'm done. I just automatically lose. If like he could pick like he could have picked Operator Sigret right here, right? If I went like this, Operator Sigret, and then some other cleave units. All right, so you want to try some of the buffed units. Let me think. What other buffed unit do I have? Because you picked the Holiday Yufine. Let's see how far we can take Slow Violet. I'm gonna keep trying Slow Violet until I lose with him. And this guy's gonna have attack buff too, huh? Part of me wants to pick Stana, but part of me also wants to have fun. So we're gonna play MORA for fun. Alright. This takes away turn 1 priority. These two are really good into Basar. But I'm more worried about this one. So, I think I lose them. Just because I probably should have picked a speed threat. So my Basar is pretty much useless at this point. But that's fine. Yeah, the Tomoka makes the most sense because I don't want to lose turn 1, potentially. Right, because some Tomokas might be slower. I could have tried to speed contest them, but I didn't want to try to risk it. Ironically, I actually want you taking turn 1. That way I get to keep my immunity up. I'm going to do a 3, but with no soul burn. Because my Basar is probably going to die later on. But this way, honestly, I shouldn't have S3 just in case you don't kill him. But I imagine you get... I should have actually not done that and waited one more turn. Because I don't have a strip. Yeah. I should have waited. That's my bad. That's me being boosted. Unless we proc a crazy... Oh, we didn't proc crazy. I should have saved it because my Basar is actually going to live one more turn. That was a misplay on my side. The immunity is going to be annoying because my MLR is useless for like 2 turns. Alright, this should keep... Oh, wait! Why are people, like, speed tuning so weird? And yes, the stream might be... I think it might be just you because it looks fine on my end. It didn't kill my Fallen Cecilia. I'm actually surprised about that. But that was without attack buff, right? Oh, man, you didn't kill my Fallen Cecilia. Yeah, y'all have to actually speed tune some units, man. See, I should have saved the S3 for later on here. And I want to try to get rid of this last rider cross as soon as possible. At least Violet's doing good. Kind of. Alright, so he's going for my Emo Aura, which makes sense because he's about to run out of immunity. S2 here to strip the attack buff. Yeah, right here I could have S3'd. And then he would have lost all these buffs. Feels bad. I really should have saved the S3 before. That was a big misplay. Not holding on to that S3. Dude, this Violet might actually do it though. Y'all believe in Violet? Do y'all believe in the Violet? Oh man, let's see it. Straze is dead, right? Pretty tanky Straze though. So that was another Brewster Straze. A lot of Brewster Strazes. A lot of y'all really like Brewster Straze. Alright, if we dodge here and kill the last ever crawl, that'd be beautiful. Okay, we didn't dodge there. We did dodge there, which is pretty good. We already have S3 back up. Holy crap. This guy cycles S3s like crazy. And I don't think you have S3 just quite yet. Dude, this is ridiculous. I actually might just win off of my Violet just dodging every single time. Alright, this holiday Yufine should be hitting me soon. Yeah, so she hit me here, but it wasn't with the burns, which is good. Alright, we need to dodge here though. If we don't dodge here, we're screwed. Alright, double dodge. Okay. Alright, you need to dodge, Violet. Come on, Violet, you got this. Oh, is that too much burn? I only have one way to win this, and it's to kill the Holiday Yufine. I have a 30% chance, and I think we get enough heal to actually do it. If we hit, we win. Do we have enough heal to do it? Okay, can we dodge? If we dodge, we win. If we dodge, we automatically win. Dodge and win. Dodge and win. Dodge and win. We didn't dodge. We didn't dodge. We didn't dodge again. No, so close. Even if he has attack buff now, so it's over. No. Oh man, yeah, I think Violet needs the dream. Violet needs some speed. I'll show the build after this, but I think he needs speed. Good game though. That was exciting. That was fun. He looks good. He feels good. Violet feels good. Violet feels really good. GG, man. That was fun. I very much enjoyed that. I very much enjoyed that. Yeah, I think he needs speed. I think he needs speed for sure. I think I'd rather him have a little bit more speed than not. And so far, Straze feels okay. I mean, He gets rid of my knight really quickly, right? So that's good. I still want to see someone cleave with him though. All of you guys are Bruiser players. We're all Bruiser City in here. Y'all really hate my fucking artillery. Man, are y'all gonna... I know my fucking artillery is dummy fast. Oh, you took my carrot. Alright, time to yield. I actually don't know how to... I don't have my key built yet, so... This kinda sucks. But we will have to deal with it. We will have to somehow deal with this. I don't have counters to carrot built. I know. I usually just first picker myself. So it is what it is. Yes, Violet needs Moonlight Dreamblade. If you have Moonlight Dreamblade on him, he's not gonna do anything. Yes, I usually lose when they steal her. I usually do lose when they steal my when they steal carrot, I just start falling apart. Alright, I'm gonna speed check you. Oh, he took Operator Sigret though. But I'm gonna speed check you. Do I have another speed threat? No, but I have RB. So I have 2 speed threats. So I'm gonna speed check this Operator Sigret. Granted, it's he needs another setup unit here. Or he's gonna get run over. He needs another setup right here. Shepherd's only thing is it doesn't start good. And Shepherd scales the lower you are, right? And you don't want Violet to be low. He lifesteals a lot with S3. Y'all saw that. And Frenzy was still healing for like 3k from the S3. So I don't think he wants to do that. Are you trying to cleave me or not? Shoot, I'll try to cleave you at this point. I don't like the Elena, actually. Alright, this is kind of a speed check. If he outspeeds me with his Operator Sigret, he wins. If he doesn't outspeed me with the Operator Sigret, he probably loses. Because he has no way to deal with the RB. Granted, I have no way to deal with carrot. So let's see. I want him to outspeed me, but I also want to push how far he can take his units. So let's see just quite how fast your team is. Oof. Did not pass the speed check. Here's the question though. Do I try to go all in for carrot? Because that's the only unit that I'm really scared of, is the carrot, right? I think my RB should be able to deal with everything else. So I need to do as much damage onto her as possible and hope I kill. Since there's no damage made, it should be pretty good damage. No gap, feels bad. If you had something with Straze, I would be shocked. So I don't know, Star Killer, if you've cleaved before or not, and you're trying to cleave right now. But this was a very early Emma Lilibet pick. Like, it was a very early Emma Lilibet pick, which I'm surprised that you did that early. Because that lets me just go full cleave on you. Because you picked Carrot, which is a bruiser. You picked her, who's a bruiser, right? So you already have 2 bruisers on the table, which means if you go another DPS, you have to cleave. And it's kind of hard, right, to do that. He was just showing it off. Yeah, he was showing me that I didn't have him. Feels bad. So, I don't know. I imagine you're still trying out cleave. I mean, it's fine if you had set up for it. That's the thing. And also you have to realize that my top model Luke has 243 speed. My Cerise is 278. My Arby is 236. And my Fallen Cecilia is 222. So, with attack buff. Do you have him as a cleaver or as a whatchamacallit? Do you want to try it one more time or to show it, or what do you want to? Or does any, I want to know if any of these people have like a cleave one. I'll just pick a full tank team. But I want to know if. But then you went to cleave me, yeah. I mean, it's just force of habit. It's force of habit. When I see carrot, I instantly think cleave, 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 cleave. That's all I think about. I'll pick a full bruiser team this time. I'll ignore that you're picking a pseudo cleave. That was a really weird Emma Lilibet pick early though. I will pick a full bruiser team. Normally I would pick fucking Clear here or Cerise though. But I'll go full monkey. I will not pick any speed threats. I know it's really hard for me not to when I see it, but I will not pick any speed threats. I'm going to tank up and chunk up. And Violet has been doing pretty good, so we'll bring him in. And let's just make it... Actually, I kind of want to ban the Briar. Or the Kayron. Nah, the Briar is a bigger threat. Okay. So that's it. We're going full chunky monkey. Violet does look good. I'm not going to lie, he does feel good. So let's see it. Let's see with attack buff. Dude, why is your team so slow? Thankfully, you'll be able to push my Fawn Cecilia back. That's a 200 speed Straze, I think. Judging by where he is on the attack bar, he's 180, 190. It should automatic... Operator Sigret buff should push it back. You didn't hit the Violet. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, no, you did hit the Violet. You just didn't hit the Violet. So my Violet's probably dead. Oh, my Violet is probably dead. So this is gonna kill. This is gonna do like 40k to my Fawn Cecilia. That's actually really good damage on the rest of the team too. All right. I want to proc Karen as soon as possible. And you're probably gonna S2 my wow, that is a tanky Kayron. We barely procced, what the hell? I did this because it's a Violet Times and Violet. Oh, he resisted. Nice. I shouldn't have done what I did. But it worked out. I'm pretty sure you kill my Violet even through miss. Because you have attack buff already. What? Oh man, I wish I could see how much health he has. Wait! Wait! When did you reset him? It's a creation and destruction? You gave him creation and destruction! Are you serious? You're wildin'! Also, that was a very, very, very early Craw Horse. You might have just thrown the game with that, by the way, but... What the... That's so cheese! That is so cheese! Oh my god, dude, I actually have to provoke him down! Oh man, that made my day. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm really happy that it procced because it's only like a 25% chance to happen. But at this point, my oh, he resisted. But did y'all see that because he still had attack buff, but because my Senya's attack is so high, he didn't do anything. Right? So that's why I think Senya might actually see a lot more play now. Like low key, I think Senya might be a good bait for squishier teams to just stop Straze. We might see the attack set, no speed, all HP attack Senyas popping up. Just as like a tech, I could really see that happening, right? Because y'all saw that, right? The Straze barely did any damage to her. She did like 6k tops, right? So it's something that if Straze really was to become a huge problem, I could see people building like 22k HP, 23k HP Senyas with like 5k attack and no speed, right? Just like a meat shield, like meat shield Senya, right? And it could actually work, right? She can function without any speed, so I could definitely see her. I could definitely see it happening, right? I could definitely see that happening. So that was fun. Let's try some other ones. Some of the spicy ones. That's pretty spicy. We're having good fights. I love this. I like that I don't have the pressure of having to build a unit, but y'all still get to see it in action and get to see how other people will play against it, right? I still want a cleaver. I want to know, is there any cleave Strasses? Oh, he was next? Oh, okay. Let me get you up here. I just want to know if there's any cleaver Strasses. And I'll put that person next. I want to get cleaved. Where are my cleavers? Why is everyone putting Straze as a bruiser? I think this shows that Bruiser Straze has a lot more counters than Cleave will. Right? Because I could have won a majority of the ones that this Straze was in. Like the Bruiser Strasses were in. Right? I'm still waiting for a Cleave one. One of these days I'll get to see one. To be fair, you did first pick carry. Usually that's why Cleaver's first pick carry. So I imagine it's gonna be a Bruiser Straze, right? And this is usually what I do when I see a Crow. Is I'll just bulk. Oh wait, this is supposed to be carrot, but we'll roll with it. You know what? We'll roll with it. If this is a tournament, there's no going back. Whatever. Fine. I lost the pick. That's supposed to be a carrot, but I apparently can't tell redheads apart. Is she even considered a redhead? Wait, how did I mess up that easily? She's not even a redhead, is she? She's like a blonde? How did I mess them up? You like my carrot? Oh man, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need a 5th pick. I only need 3 units. Clearly. 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 And I actually am going to speed contest you. Oh, there's no Cerise. Fudge. I can't actually hit your Briar Witch. Well, if you can't beat him, tank him. I'll show my units afterwards when I'm close to ending the stream. I always show my units at the end of the streams. In case y'all are wondering. I always kind of scroll through them, to the ones that I used, and talk about them a little bit. Brunette, that's what it is. She's a brunette. Yeah, I think she's a brunette. That was supposed to be my carrot. You know what? It's whatever. I'm banning your carrot, by the way. I'm eating everything else. Let's see. Let's give you something to ban, though. Alright. I have to ban your carrot, because without it, I kind of lose. So... Alright, here we go, Tama. Here we go, Tama. You're gonna get your first win of the day. It's alright. It's alright. We don't need a team. All we need is Violet. All we need is Violet. That's all we need. Right? All we need is Violet. We don't need the rest of the team. Violet is the one we really care about. Another Straze without attack buff though. So just keep that in mind. I wonder if you missed on my Violet. How sad that would be. Y'all need to speed tune y'all Strazes, man. Y'all really need to speed tune y'all Strazes. I should not be able to do what I'm doing right now so often. Oh, okay. Karen pulled through. Nice. So the Karen actually pulled through. And this is another booster Straze. So if this doesn't kill, we reset, by the way. I'm a little skeptical on the booster Straze. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am a little skeptical on booster Straze. And by a little skeptical, I mean very skeptical. I am very skeptical on booster Straze. I don't think it's it. Also, I don't know why I'm pushing my Tama back. Tama did nothing wrong, man. Let my Tama live. Ah, it was attack down after the attack. Oh man. Oh, I should have S3'd. I'm stupid. I could have actually procced this. That's huge. That's really bad that I didn't get to proc that there. I didn't know it gave that much, actually. Alright, Violet, I need you to dodge or you're dead. Nice. Good job, Violet. Thanks for being a functional unit. Ooh, good resist too. Wow, this Violet is actually popping off, dude. In just a few turns, we'll be able to finish off everything that we started. Do y'all like my toxic tank draft? I like it quite a bit, actually. I think he's trying to do this to horse me quicker. Okay, I think I have to do S3 here on the Charon just to try to proc the passive. No! Goddamn, my big brain move. My big brain move. Oh man. Dodge? Nice! It don't matter because my little P. Dude, Violet is popping off way too hard. I don't think I need my soul burns for anything else, so let me just soul burn this. Are you kidding me? Come on now. How much time does your Straze have? Okay, still in a while. Oh, that's a pretty big dual attack actually. I should have saved the Soulburn for Destina. I don't think this kills because my Aureus is still up. Let me see. I mean, I don't think Booster Straze works. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I really don't think Booster Straze works. Dude, my SCC, is this like a full ER team? This late in Frenzy, the S3 should kill. So, there's that. Oh, he still doesn't have it up. Yeah. No, yeah, I just don't think Booster Straze works that well. I really just don't think Booster Straze works that well. Like, the more I play against it, like, all you guys have brought is Booster Strazes. And it's just, it feels too slow, right, to set up. Like, once you do the first S3, it was kind of cool for a second. I don't know how fast it is, but I don't know. I think I'd rather prefer a more damagey one. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the S1 or get rid. I think I'm just going to get rid of the bus. Yeah, but it was a Bruiser Straze. It has 15k HP. Right? That was a 15k HP Straze. You have to realize it's a full Bruiser Straze. Right? And this isn't going to kill because Spawn Cecilia is super thick. I'm also running a double Soul Weaver team, technically. But that's GG. GG, man. GG. I don't know. I don't know if I like HP Straze. That's what I got from this one. There was nothing wrong with the draft per se. But any other unit would have done a better job in that slot. Right? Like, the rest of the team was solid, right? The Briar, which is pretty good. It just happened that I had the Stina as well. And what was the other one? Oh, KR. It was a good draft, right? Like, you had a pretty solid draft against me. Violet popped off, of course. I have not shown my Violet yet, but I will show it afterwards. I kind of like the build. I think I like how tanky he is. He survived a lot of hate. So, I want to cleave Straze. Gotta Rise? Alright. Please cleave me, Gotta Rise. I'll chase to a dry afterwards. Because I wanna get cleaved. Yeah, I'll let you guys try it out. Also, by the way, if you want me to draft a certain type of way, like, right now, if you're cleaving me, but you're not a cleaver, and you want me to go slower, I will go slower, and I will not pick my cleave counters. If you want me to try super hard to counter a Straze, I will try super hard to counter a Straze. If you just want to see the damage on the Straze, I'll also not do anything. Go slow? Okay. I'll go slow. I won't speed contest you, which means I can't pick fucking Clury or Cerise. Well, I guess fucking Clury, because I was using my speed contester. Okay, I won't pick fast units. I'll pick a full... If you're cleaving, I will pick a full Chunky Monkey team. I hope you have Operator Sigret. Huh, this is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pick... I normally... If someone picked that first pick, I would go so hard on like a different direction. But see, me picking Fallen Cecilia here, if this was a Cerise, right? That's what most cleavers use. If this was Cerise, he could instantly put... Whatchamacallit? He could instantly put, and this is usually the team I use for tanking up, by the way. So if you're wondering, do I actually ever use this team? Yes, I actually really do use this team sometimes. Normally I put G-Perk. I put G-Perk here, and then I'll put another tank. But Violet's been doing good. Oh, it's a very early on Straze. Okay, so it's still a... All right, I'm actually gonna pick no speed. I want to see how this works actually, and I'll ban your Cecilia. I'll let you keep the full cleave. I'll let you keep the full cleave. I just want to see how it looks. I don't think it's gonna work, but I want to see how it looks on like a lower draft level, right? Where people don't have the counters. I'm curious. Watch the Straze just dunk on me. He did say that he didn't have all the build. He did say that. He did say that. So, he did say that, right? He did mention that his Straze was not quite completed yet. Level 50 is a little low, but hey, you never know. With attack buff, let's just see if attack buff kills anything. I'm kind of curious, actually. I hope you at least outspeed me with Bazaar. Okay, so you do outspeed, barely. But you did outspeed. And I imagine you're not like a high-end player, so that's why I went a little easier. You probably should have Soulburn there. Oh, you hit my Rylet. Okay, that's pretty good. Do you push back my whole team? I guess it doesn't matter, right? You didn't hit my Senya, and my Rhyholic still kept what he had. The RB should be able to finish off the job, right? I want to see a Straze. I know that RB is the easier option, but I want to see Straze. RB would clearly be the option you pick there, by the way. Of course. I know he knows that. So cut him some slack. He's doing this for the testing. It's okay to test. It's okay to test. It's okay to test, right? It's good to test, to try different units out. 48,000 damage on a 5-star Straze with attack buff. Again, a cleave Straze will kill anything in this game. That was a 5-star Straze on Awaken with a player that doesn't have the best gear in the game, right? And it still did that much damage. Granted, he did have the crit damage buff as well, but you realize that someone with better stats and a 6-star one would do better, right? Do y'all see what I'm saying? That, like, imagine if this was a proper cleave player, right? Not saying you're a bad player, gotta rise, but you're definitely an early game player, right? So just imagine that. Just let that sink in. That if this was a high-end cleave player, yeah, gotta rise. What's the stats? Also, Senya's trying her gosh dang hardest, man. Senya's really trying her hardest, but it's not gonna work out. But y'all realize this is an early game player. 35,000 attack. That's what's the crit damage? Yeah, 3,500 is not even that high. It's super achievable. What's his crit damage? He had 50 plus, right? Because he had crit damage from Flan. 270? So 320? A proper cleaver could do that in 2 seconds. That's like leftover gear. They can do that and still have him at 220 speed. And I've seen it, right? I think there's already one in the Discord that has that. Let me actually show you guys what some people have, and this is day 1. Y'all see what I mean, that the damage is just ridiculous? Like, that's all he does, but it's ridiculous what he can actually achieve. He just does so much damage. Top unit builds. There's been a couple Strazes posted, I think. Okay, so they haven't posted them yet. They posted in the general chat. So let me ask them for it while we fight. Okay, so we'll see afterwards when they send me it. Oh, my Violet's only 122 speed, or 130. My Violet's super slow. My Violet is dummy slow because his S1 pushes him up. I didn't think he needed the speed, but yeah, the damage is just ridiculous. Like, I really think that, again, I will reiterate this. I don't think Brewster Straze is the right build for Straze, just because when you make him slow, he doesn't have the best tank stats. He's susceptible to getting debuffed. He's susceptible to getting beat. He's susceptible to getting... So there's so many attack buffers that... What if the main Chloe sets up before you? What if the G-Perk sets up before you? Right? Then you don't get that big damage, right? So I don't think Booster Straze is that crazy. I think it's unique, right? I think it has potential to be a decent unit. But, man, it is nothing like a Cleave Straze is going to be. Like, Cleave Straze, I feel like it's like the beautiful. It's just beauty, right? And usually when I see Carrot, I do go Speed Contester. And see damage one shot of your suit. Like, the thing is, you'd be surprised how good of a thing people have. I don't know if he wanted me to use really good units or not. And I can't find the chat button. Carrot counters, I'm still trying to figure out how to counter carrot. I don't have my Kisa built. If my Kisa was built, oh yeah, I would be picking Kisa right here. I don't want to have to cleave you. But you're really setting me up for cleave. Okay. I know you're using Straze. I really want to pick a cleave unit. So bad. So bad. But it's Straze, right? We're seeing how Straze can function, right? So I will hold back my want to just cleave. Just go RB right here and go up and go like more aggro. I will hold back. And I will use some funner units. It's so tempting, dude. It's just my internal RTA sense just tingles, right? It's just like, gotta cleave. Gotta cleave. So okay, I'll do this. I'll try a funner team. I don't know if you'll get a counter carrot. They haven't released any of the skill set for Straze. Alright, so I imagine there's another Bruiser Straze, which we've been seeing a lot. I will be banning the carrot. Let me see. If I ban the carrot, which is the only unit that I'm really concerned about, I'm tempted to go full control. Actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Cedrix, what was your do you have a cleave team though? Because if you're not a dedicated cleaver, it's a little bit harder. Ooh, okay. Okay, I like it. I like it. Speed Landy. You don't see that every day. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay. I can get behind this. But the thing about it is, look, he can't even counter Fallen Cecilia. Oh no. Oh no. Ammo, you're trying too hard. Okay, theoretically, speed tuning wise, my FCC was gonna go first until Amora decided to be an overachiever. She never does this unless when I don't want her to do it. But that's fine. That's completely fine. You know Amora, you do you, boo. You do you, boo. You do you. It should kill my FCC, right? Yeah, that absolutely kills my FCC. Feels good. Why am I such a dirty control player, dude? Why do I like control so much? Why do I have to do this to myself? Why couldn't I be like a normal player and like other playstyles? Why is this my favorite thing to see on the world? I don't know why I'm like this, man. It's just so satisfying. Y'all want to know the best part? We're going to get to do it again. Because he can't provoke me. I'm a control honestly? Maybe. Emma Aura, why are you being such an overachiever today? Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're chilling. We're chilling. Hey, Tywin, you're getting stripped. You're getting stripped, hey, Tywin. You suck. You suck! Oh my god, I need to change my A Tywin. He actually didn't land anything. Also, I am surprised you're going for him and not for anything else. That might have been a throw, by the way. Because you're not going to kill my Aura now. That was probably your only chance to actually kill my Aura. That was actually your only chance to kill my Aura. Ah. Dude, Tywin, honestly, man, is letting me down today. You keep cleansing my provokes! Okay, he doesn't survive till later, so let's just get the guaranteed burn. Stun? No stun. I imagine you just don't want to get S3'd. Oh, man. Okay, you didn't stun. Perfect. And you shouldn't have force, yeah, okay. And I agree. I don't think Straze is a cleave unit. I know people keep trying to make him a bruiser. Oh no, he is a cleave unit. I don't think he's a I don't think he is a bruiser unit. I really don't. The stats do not say he's a bruiser unit, and it makes it incredibly difficult to try to force him to do that. I need a Lucky MR stun. Or just a bunch of burns works too. Yeah, I don't know why you didn't horse the MOR when you horsed the A-tie win. That was your game to win. GG, bro. Yeah, that was a throw. I lost that one. If you were to have RB, no point for Straze. Yes and no. They're completely different units that do different things. Arbiter Builder does a lot of AoE damage consistently. Straze can one-shot a unit and do some decent AoE damage. Right? So, MLR Raz is pretty nasty. Yeah, it's pretty fun. But let me see if someone sent me one in the Discord. Because I know I wanted to see if someone had sent me one. Yeah, this is what I want. This is what I've been expecting from you guys. Just kidding. This is not what I expect. But this is a really good strategy. Imagine you open against this, and this is what you're facing. What do you do? Y'all want to know how much this does? I'm kind of curious too, actually. Let's just give it 4,000 because he'll get imprints eventually. So with imprints, he can be 4,100. Was it 2,400? 2,051. I messed up somewhere. Oh. Whoops. This is without attack buff, by the way. $23,000. No attack buff. On a knight that is not going to have the auras on them. If anything, they're taking more damage. This kills almost this kills anything in the game that's not a like Kra. Kra will die because he has Aureus. SCZ will die because she has Aureus. Who else dies because they have Aureus? Most knights die to this. Like most big heavy knights are usually Aureus holders, so they will die to this. So that's what I expect from like high champion. Yes, Straze is a tank counter. He's a tank buster, right? A lot of people want to try to make him Bruiser, but I just don't know if it's going to work. Right? Because my problem with the Bruiser build is if he's too slow, Balance is Heal I can set up on him. If he is too fast, or not, there's no such thing as too fast. If he's too slow, they can set up on him, they can control him, they can do all this stuff. If he doesn't have attack buff, if you don't have a dedicated attack buffer, he doesn't do anything. After the S3, he kind of just sits there and has the S2. That's kind of annoying, but it's not like game breaking. So he doesn't feel like a Bruiser unit. And I don't like the S2 is amazing. Don't get me wrong, the S2 is incredible. But he does not feel like a Bruiser unit. Is what I'm getting at. Right? I think him with the cleave, like with the flan, with the polites. Yes, the target has 2k attack. So all knights have about this much attack. I don't, like, very few knights have more than 2k attack. Unless that becomes the new thing to try to stop Straze. But some knights are actually here. Which means that they will do actually more damage. So, let me see what attack my Kraul is at. Oh, I'll do it afterwards. Okay, I'll do one more, and then I have to go. I'll show the units, and then we'll do some closing thoughts and stuff like that. So I know there was someone that had it ready. Cedrix, I forgot which. Oh, I forgot which one you were, Cedrix. I think you were this one. Oh, it was him. Okay. And he does have a cleave one now. But yes, so all in all, looking at him, for PvE, he has potential, for sure. Oh, against Senya? I mean, wait, let me bend the mid Chloe. So Senya has around like what? 5,500? But let's give Straze attack buff. So he does still do pretty good damage against the Senya. And the Senya doesn't have attack buff. Right? But it won't kill. Right? It still does a lot. Right? But it won't kill. For this particular build. We actually get to pick Carrot. But yeah. So, TLDR, assuming he crits the Senya, of course. That's the other part. He may not crit the Senya, right? So the Senya should survive the damage, which is why I think we might see Senya tech, where people actually run a slow Senya that can tank a couple hits, because it could be a savior if it becomes a problem. Oof, no Fallen Cecilia for me. Alright, and right here I would pick fucking Eclairy. But if you're cleaving, I'll just, oh, you banned the fucking Eclairy. Good job. Good choice. Good choice. Alright, I'll set myself up for a pivot cleave. Right, so right here in RTA, if I did this against a player, they could pivot cleave so easily, and then I just lose. Right, because Carrot, Kraul, and Stene, right, he has Straze, which is a big damage dealer, and has Fallen Cecilia. But if he has an aggro team, I lose right here. If he has an aggro team, I automatically lose if he switches to cleave right here. Because I only have 2 picks, and he can counter anything and then just cleave through me, right? So pivot cleaving is actually a really good tactic to use later on in drafts, where you draft units like Fallen Cecilia and a DPS, like Carrot plus Fallen Cecilia, you could easily switch to an aggro team and then just break through a wall pretty easily. If this was ladder though and he picked this, I would just go full speed thread. So, but I'll try to pressure him just a little bit. Nothing too much. I'll still let him cleave me. So let's see it. By the way, I didn't even ask. Can y'all even hear the music? Senya? Ah. Here, I'll force it to be a cleaver. I'll force it to be a cleaver. I'll force you to be a cleaver. Also, I am pretty sure my team outspeeds you. So I will throw away my Carrot's S3. Because I am 99.9% sure that my Carrot will outspeed your team. And if I S3, I think your Straze dies. Oh! You outspent the Carrot! Nice! Alright, kill my Kraul. I want to see it. No attack buff, just raw damage. About 230 speed Straze. Can this kill my Kraul with Darius? It should, even though I do have Adamant Shield. Let's run that back. Run the exact same draft back. Run that back. That didn't happen. I didn't see it. Run that back. Pick the exact same units. Just pick the exact same units. Just speed through the draft. Just speed through the draft this time. Just speed through the draft. That was... Come on. Come on now. What is that? What was that? Come on. Where's the crit? Ah. Alright, just pick the exact same draft and we're chilling. Out of carrot, craw, Rylet, who you ban. I think you had yeah, I saw you. Rylet, and I had Ammo Haste, and I had Sten as my last one. And you had Senya and FCC for these last two. Alright, and I banned your Fallen Cecilia because I wanted to force you to cleave. Everyone should learn how to cleave. That I strongly believe everyone needs to have a pocket cleave. Because if you don't have a pocket cleave, if you have a pocket cleave, it opens up your drafts a lot, right? And it lets you counter playstyles you normally wouldn't be able to. Alright, let's see if you outspeed me again. Okay, so you did outspeed me, so it wasn't speed RNG. If you don't crit again, oh man. Sell your Straze. He doesn't work. This should kill though. Dude, what's the crit rate? What is your crit rate? How are you critting all three other of my units, but you can't crit my... Oh my god. Alright, we will try one last time. One last time. Dude, I just want to see the damage. Oh my god, dude. Alright, one last time. Please. Please crit. What is the crit? Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Clearly it can't fail again, right? Clearly. Clearly. Oh my god, dude. This makes me feel like I have a crit rest artifact. Alright. What was my last unit? Oh, Ammo Haste. That's what it was. Okay. Third time, 94%? Dude, you know what the odds are of missing one unit every single time and it being the exact same unit every single time? If it's 94% crit. Alright, last time. If this doesn't work, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be big sad. It should kill though, theoretically. Theoretically. This should kill Craw assuming it crits. It's a 26k HP Craw, 25k HP. He does have the Ammo Haze Adamant Shield passive. No attack buff on Straze, around 225, 230-ish speed. So it did 21k, not bad. It didn't kill though. So I'd be able to retaliate right here pretty easily and just win, right? Because I could soul burn, kill the RB, and then set up my barrier. But I'm not going to do that because I want to see the combo. It's decent damage, right? And I imagine you're either a low champion or a challenger level player. That's my guess. As far as your gear quality. That would be my guess, is low champion challenger level. Because I'm considered mid champ now. Because I didn't climb. Alright, Sarah did her job. So I'm gonna get rid of her. I mean, it's not bad, right? For the gear quality. What's the attack and crit damage stats? Just out of curiosity. Oh my gosh, she's actually hitting my standing. I actually don't think you killed my Emo Haze, by the way. And your Straze will not survive my Carrot's burns. So let's see the damage that you got here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. I think Iseria Straze can actually work in theory, but it have to be a faster Iseria on Guiding Light, and it have to be a faster Straze on a little bit more damage and crit damage. Granted, I did have the Adamant Shield from Emo Haste, the Adamant Shield, quote unquote, so it did get some damage from it. I don't want to kill your Straze just quite yet. I want to see what he does against Carrot that has way higher attack. Because it will hit my Carrot. But this should not kill because I'm pretty sure I have higher attack than you. Like considerably higher attack than you. Yeah. Without getting the penetration passive, she does nothing. And I'm pretty sure at this point Carrot just solos. Oh, wow. We actually hit that? It's not bad damage, but you can see when the damage attack difference is not that big, it doesn't do that much. Yeah, Straze is mostly only good against tanks. And she's killing herself on Carrot, and this burn should pretty much pop her instantly. The thing about it is, like, Iseria Straze works in theory until you realize how many strips there are in the meta. And then he dies by taking an extra turn. Carrot a must build right now, yes. Red Aguilas, she is arguably the best unit for RTA right now. Arguably. There's other ones that could fit this criteria. Main one being Maid Chloe. But she's very worth it. She's amazing for Arena. She's amazing for Guild Wars. She's a really good unit. And she's a 3-star, right? You lose nothing by building her. And she's super easy to build, too. I kind of just slapped some gear and it worked really well. But okay, that was the last one. That was the last testing. All in all, as far as my thoughts on the Straze, man, it just feels like Brewster Straze just doesn't seem like it works. And almost all of you guys actually went for Brewster Straze, which is really weird. And it lets me know that all of you guys really like to play Bruiser, which is fine. But it feels to me that Straze is a very aggressive aggro/cleave type unit. So you're either using him at 230, 240 speed with some attack buff, or you're using him in a counter cleave if you're playing the Brewster draft wise. I think the most successful Brewster draft that we saw, no one had it with main, so that's another Brewster strat that might work, is if you had a Maid Chloe might actually work better for him, but I was pre-betting her every time because that unit is absolutely broken. No. So here's the thing though. Red Aguilas, Judge Kisim can't do anything without Oxlots and Flan, whereas Straze can. Straze can fit into a variety of team compositions. I mean, I showed this one. Let me see if I can show you guys again. I'll show you guys this one. This is probably what a lot of top players will do. This will fit into every single cleave. Whereas Judge Kise cannot use this build. Judge Kise also uses souls, right? Creation Discretion, it was fun. It was nice. It was nice. I mean, if you're getting attack buff, you're killing anything, so it's kind of a cool artifact to have. You can cheese some wins with it too. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is like probably the quote-unquote optimal build for him. Probably like the one you got the most out of. Of course, there's PvE build. But overall, for PvP, for RTA at least, he feels like something that you are not going to be seeing him used reliably unless you're playing a cleave or aggro draft. Right? If you're wondering what those are, aggro drafts are typically 3 DPS that are all speedy and can take turn 1 away. And like 1 support and 1 knight. And cleave teams, you guys know cleave teams. It's like all aggressive, all turn 1, all burst, right? So I don't think outside of those team compositions, he's going to be like super stupid good. He'll be kind of like a pocket pick where you can pick him with your General Purges if you have him as a bruiser. And it could potentially work. Or your maid Chloe if they let her through, right? Then he could theoretically work in those situations because he has the protection that he needs. He gets the attack buff that he needs. Because even if he's a bruiser with attack buff, he'll be able to do it. The only thing is when you make him slow, you introduce a lot of counters, right? You are introducing a lot of threats that can actually take him out early. He's not particularly tanky, right? Even if you build him very, very tanky. I tried it a little bit, and it's better damage than it was before. You can go to the damage calculator to test it out a little bit more. It's like slightly higher for the speed build, but it apparently went down for the damage build. Because they dropped the attack ratio and gave it the speed ratio. It comes about to be about the same though, but for this the quicker one is quicker. Degen is usually implies a counter set Arbiter Vildren. Or a counter set unit on Moonlight Dreamblade. It's usually for speed units that are on counter set. But all in all, he feels like an okay unit. Right? He feels good, right? Is he a must pull? If you're a cleaver, he's ridiculous. Right? For a cleave team, he opens up your draft like this. Right? If you're a cleaver, you should really consider pulling for him if you're a cleaver. Because you may regret it if you don't pull for him. If you're someone that plays a lot of Arena and Guild Wars, you should definitely do it. Because he is amazing for Arena. Like, he's ridiculously good for Arena. He's ridiculously good for Guild Wars, right? Like, really, really good. He's amazing for that. So if you're someone that really likes that content and you have some setup, it's a lot easier to cleave in Arena than it is in RTA. So, definitely good for Arena. Definitely good for Guild Wars. If you're trying to do the Bruiser build, just know that if you don't have an attack buff for your Bruiser build Straze, he's not going to do anything. He's going to be a sitting duck that does some decent poke damage and occasionally strips, right? So he'll strip. He'll be a stripper, right? He's a support stripper that doesn't apply any debuffs, right? So if you're trying to make him a Bruiser, just know that you will have to pair him with an attack buffer for him to actually do his job, which is to kill a unit. So that's something else. So there is that. Val, for cleave, there is not really an alternative. For Bruiser, LQC is probably better than Straze. For FCC at least. LQC is better than Straze in that scenario. And LQC is struggling right now because Carrot exists, right? And Straze will die to Carrot just like LQC will. So, I don't think Bruiser Straze is the optimal build for him. I still don't want to discourage you from trying it out because it looks fun, but just know if you don't have Maid, if you don't have General Purgus, if you don't have a way to give him attack buff, he's not going to be able to do anything. Honestly. He just kind of sits there and he loses to a lot of different stuff. But he can seem like a decent pick for those Maid and G-Perk teams as a Bruiser. I could see it work, right? You get to one-shot, right? You make it a 4v3, turn 1, and you keep a unit that does okay damage and can be annoying with the strips. But if you don't have attack buff, he can't do his job properly. And that's just how it is. So, if HLT, let me know how that works. Out of all the ones I fought today, granted it might be a gear diff, so I can't say for sure. So there's that. What will be the build for the new Holiday Yufine? I honestly think, I don't have mine build yet, but let me show you guys what I would like to do with Holiday Yufine. Theoretically, if I was, she's not Mulgore out, but she's max star, she's 5-star max awaken. I would really want to use her on lifesteal. To be completely honest with you guys, I would really want to see her on lifesteal. Because I think she can make use of the evasion really, really well. Like, really, really well. And attack. Let me basically give her my Violet set. Match with my Violet set. So let me slap on a sample build for you guys for Holiday Yufine. I might try this build next week since we do have free unequip, or tomorrow, since I'll probably be back on. Where is my Rylet chest? Oh, I forgot I took him off. Okay, I know I have a very tanky one. All right. Oh man, wait. I gave her too much. 1 second. This works. And the ring. Should be a lifesteal ring. Man, why can't I find it? So assume this was a lifesteal piece, but I think this is the build that I really want to try with her, where she has pretty high attack, right? Of course, she'll get higher if she had the actual ring and if she had her artifact maxed out. Decently tanky, decent speed, right? Some crit rate and some crit damage, right? So I actually need crit damage on this. This might actually up my crit rate. Yeah, it will. So assume that if the crit rate was a little bit higher, it'd be okay. Right? But something like this, where she still has some attack for the burns, and has some crit damage. Alternatively, you can also go for a full attack one, right? Or also alternatively, if you don't have good lifesteal gear, you can give her speed set to help you out with the speed gear. And you can give her a Sigret Scythe. But my Sigret Scythe is already on my Ravi, and it's too valuable for me to take off of her. So, yeah. Either the crit damage build or the attack burn, the burn build. Although the burn build, with the changes coming to RTA with effectiveness, I don't think the burn build is the ideal for her. You still want her to have critical hit damage and the burn as a side. Her artifact, either Sigret Scythe, Warhorn is pretty good if you're trying to cut, right? If you want your Holiday Yufine to cut. Snow Crystal, I know, is really good on her. There's a lot. Honestly, Warriors have pretty decent ones. Have I tried the new Violet? Oh, yes. He feels great. He feels amazing. He feels awesome. This is my Violet build, by the way. So, I'm still debating if I want to keep him slow. But I kind of want him to be faster. So, for Violet, this is my Violet build. I mean, he was doing really good, and I like how tanky he is. But not having the speed, people can ignore Violet, right? So that kind of sucks. And that's why often you will get quote-unquote solo scenarios where it's just Violet fighting a full team. But because there's one CR pushes, that's why this works. You can actually Mulligore this skill, and it's actually pretty helpful because it'll make it so you only have one turn where you don't have the buffs. Which is why you see my crit rate is a little bit on the lower side, is because of the fact that he gets self-buffed for crit rate. Right, and of course, I still have places to reforge him. He'll be tankier. He'll have a lot more crit damage. He doesn't really need the extra crit, but I probably won't reforge it out. But he'll do more damage. He'll be tankier. You can go slow now, and he will work. But if you do this, just know he will get ignored a lot. Right? So he will get ignored a lot, and that's not always great. So just accept that if you do go with this build, probably gonna get ignored, and then he won't get to pop off. If he has a little bit of speed, he'll be able to take a couple more turns. He'll be able to S3 more. But the reason why I like this at the same time is also because he will always have the S3 up, right? Because he's so slow. Late game, he will always have this S3 up every time he goes, which is nice, right? And hey, later, Eric. I'm glad you got to enjoy your unawakened Straze and get to see some of the damage. Yeah, also to block cleave, right? Also to not get cleaved. So that's that one. I don't have Straze yet, and I don't know if there's any other unit that you guys wanted to see. that y'all were interested in. JCS, do I like Cowrick? I like him a lot, but I don't have the gear, the molas, or the resources to build him right now. So that's why he's sitting in my bank. I do plan to build him one day. I think Cowrick has potential as a unit. I think the only reason he doesn't see more play, right? Because he's actually a really good unit. The only reason I don't think he sees more play is because the build requirements for this guy are pretty insane. And people already have the speed DPS gear very thinly spread, right? It is very hard to build him because he needs to outspeed your opponent and needs to do damage, right? And it's like other units can do what he does. And it's very high investment, right? Like he has to have like insane gear, insane investment for you to get the payoff. Whereas a unit like Kisei doesn't need as much investment, right? I still also don't like that the stealth is not here, that the stealth is here. The stealth should be here. There's no reason the stealth should be on the S3. I think they did him dirty. If this had stealth instead of the S3, he would actually be perfect. A fucking Clary is actually a really good fucking Clary. The only thing she's missing is a better sword and a better neck. But I have a very, very powerful fucking Clary. I am very proud of my fucking Clary. She's probably my best build unit on this account. But she is still missing a sword. This sword sucks, right? The crit rate doesn't help me. So ideally, I am missing like 7 speed here. One day I'll get a 20 speed piece. I'm missing some effectiveness. And then right here as well. I don't need that much effectiveness. I could honestly give up a little bit of effectiveness. And ideally have another 20 speed. So ideally she could be a 291 speed fucking Clary with around the same stats. And that'll be the end goal. But alright. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope y'all got to see some Straze in action. Just know, kind of not a spoiler, but for the fights, they're all not real fight scenarios. It's still day 1 of Straze. Most of these players probably has worse gear than mine, like worse gear quality, which is fine, but you at least get to see something that is achievable for you, achievable damage. So y'all can see it is very easy to get those damage stats on Straze. So hopefully that's something that helps you out and you can decide if you want Straze or not. Of course, I highly suggest you watch other people as well and watch their streams and watch them use Straze, especially high-end players. They will definitely be using Straze a lot. I imagine Light, he's a Twitch streamer. He will 100% use Straze in his cleaves, and you'll get to see really what a cleave Straze. Why I think Straze is going to be good is going to be because of the cleave potential that he has. Right? The fact that he can just one-shot a knight. The fact that Cleave no longer has to worry about Fallen Cecilia. Right? But if you're not a Cleave player, if you're a Bruiser player, he's still a fun unit. But just know if you're trying to use him Bruiser, you will need a Maid Chloe or a General Purgus. Because without attack buff, Bruiser Straze doesn't do as much and has more counters introduced. So that is all for sure now. And yeah. That's all I got, and I will see you next time. Peace.